Hi everyone, I hope you're having a good day. I'm making this video now for about the 4th time, and I think I'm not going to get interrupted this time. So, I got a request a while ago to do a tutorial or like a demonstration video where I'm showing the tuxedo nails that I did in another video, or that I wore in another video, and it's really simple. It takes a lot of time, but it's not hard to do. And I got that idea from Cute Polish on her channel. So if you haven't yet, you need to check her out. But someone asked that I do that, and unfortunately, I haven't done it yet. But also, I've just not felt in the mood to wear those nails. So I think what I'm going to do soon is use some leftover Impress nails from the Impress manicure and paint one of those. So I will definitely do that at some point. The other thing is I have kind of a sore throat, which is good for you guys, but not so good for me. So I predict it might get a little worse coming in the next few days, and if that happens, I might not make as many videos for a while. So today I really need to repaint my nails, and as you can see, this one doesn't look awful, but this one's pretty bad. I broke this nail, so it's like way too short, but we can fix that. So in the first part of this video, I think I'm gonna make one long video, but I will arrange it in like parts, if you know what I mean. So in the first part now, I'm gonna be removing my nail polish. This is just regular old dollar store nail polish. And I'll use these cotton balls. Then someone suggested to me, I've gotten a lot of bubbles in my nail polish in the past, particularly when I used the Ulta nail polishes, like the one I have on right now. You probably can't tell, but they bubble a lot, and it's really embarrassing and annoying. So, someone suggested that I try wiping my nails with vinegar before I paint them, and that makes sense because when you use the Impress manicure nails, you use like a alcohol wipe before you apply them, and they stay on longer. So if this doesn't work, I'll try alcohol the next time. So I will do that, and then in the second part, I will be probably buffing and filing my nails, possibly clipping them, probably not, just like some dead skin. And then, just a warning, if you don't like those kinds of noises, you might not want to watch that part. Then I have these nail polishes. Most of them are by China Glaze, so I think I'm not going to have as much problem with bubbling as I normally would, but I'm really going to try this vinegar. So I didn't do my accent nail like I normally would because the other week I was doing something like a more professional setting, and I just didn't know if they would appreciate a sparkly accent nail, but that's over now. So I'm going to apply this base coat. It's by Ramble, and let that dry. Then I can't decide. What do you think? I've got this one from China Glaze, which I showed in a video. It's this great purple blue metallic, and it's called Tempest. So if I use that, I'm gonna use this purple, blue, pink, sparkly polish by, I'm not sure who it's by actually, but it's in the color Pure Ice. I'm going to use that for the accent nail. Or my other option is by China Glaze. I have this other great metallic one called Avalanche. And it's pretty much silver. It pretty much comes out looking silver, but it does have sort of a tint to it, like the nail polish I have on now. So it's sort of a light purple silver metallic. If I use that, I'm going to use this by China Glaze. It's Tinseltown. I've talked about it in another video. It's just a really thick, almost one coat only glitter polish. So I'll use that as the accent nail. So I think those two will go good together. Let me think about this for a minute. I think for right now I'm going to go with the silver. I'll save the purple one for another time. So the first thing I need to do is remove my polish. I always hate removing nail polish. One, because it smells, and two, it takes a long time depending on the type of polish you have on. So this isn't too bad right now, but like when I do the accent nail in a minute, glitter polishes I hate taking off. It just the feeling of it is so unpleasant. But I did watch a while ago, I forget who made it. I don't think it was Miss Vintage or Tacky. I'll have to look it up, but she did a video where she showed you could soak pieces of paper towel or cotton balls if you have glitter polish or some polish that won't come off, and you like apply it onto your nail and then wrap it in tin foil. And so the tips of your nails are wrapped with tin foil, and then you wait a few minutes and then it'll come right off. And I actually tried that, and it kind of worked. I mean, it pretty much worked for me, but I still had to wipe them off a little bit. It's a good thing you guys don't have smell-o-vision right now, because this smells awful. My boyfriend likes to joke that I'm killing my brain cells when I paint my nails for you guys, because I have to turn the fan off so it won't make a lot of noise, and instead I just have no fan, but that's okay. Because I would rather have a good video. I'll let that one sit for a minute. Tonight, a friend of mine, his mom and sister are coming to visit, so I especially wanted to fix my nails before they get here. I'm actually really surprised how long that my polish has lasted lately, because I've experimented with a few base coats, and I have one that's like a strengthener from Sally Hansen, and it's gotten like too thick. And then the other one from Rimmel, I thought that's what was causing the nail polishes to bubble at first, but now that I know it's not that, I think it actually helps the nail polish stay on a lot longer. And it protects your nails, so that's always good. I wonder if any any of you guys are British YouTube friends, if you have any opinions on the Prince Harry nudity. I personally love Prince Harry. I just like that he's kind of the rebellious one. Because in this day and age, I mean, everyone has flaws, everyone likes to have fun, so I just think it's especially interesting in his particular position that he doesn't let that stop him from going out and having a good time. But other people, like I say, I mean, I'm an American, so if you are British and you disagree with me, then I'm sorry. But I really like Prince Harry, and also he's a redhead, so that gets him good points. I did think it was interesting, though. I read that his team of handlers, or whoever travels with him, their typical protocol would be to take all cell phones from people as they would come into his room, and for some reason, once the alcohol started flowing, they just, let these girls come back in his room. They didn't even take their phones. So I would think someone's going to be losing their job over this. If you can, you should try to use a nail polish that doesn't have acetone in it, because it's better for your nails. I did at one point, but I think I was just being really cheap one day, so I got the dollar store brand, and this one says it has gelatin in it for natural nails, and it's strengthening. So I don't know about all that. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what it says. I usually will wash off my hands after I remove the polish anyways, just because I don't like the feeling of nail polish remover. When it dries on your nails, it tends to make them feel kind of dry. This should be the last one. Cotton ball, that is. My sleepy little cat over here is just covered her face with her hand. It's so cute. So if you guys hear her purring, she's like right by the desk. She's so sweet. The worst nail polish I feel like to take off is like a black or a blue nail polish, because it always stains my skin. But luckily this is coming off pretty well. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because I'm going to be putting another dark coat over the top. Okay, so that's good enough for now. I am going to go wash this nail polish remover off my nails, and then I will be back and put on some of this vinegar before I paint my nails. Okay, so I've washed my hands, and just very quickly before I put on the vinegar, I'm going to clip like anywhere they're too long or maybe there's some dead skin, and then apply the vinegar. But if you guys don't like the sound of nail filing, then I would encourage you to turn the video off now. Okay? Or if this grosses you out, then I would look away. Generally, I don't need to clip my nails. I usually file them. Oh, but this one looks like it's going to break, so I'm going to go ahead and clip it. Another thing I hate is sometimes after using nail polish remover, my nails will splinter a little bit, like the layers of them, but I can fix that in a second. Okay, so that's enough of that. Now I will file them a little bit. I have lots of filers in here, nail files that are pretty old from when I was younger. But first things first, I'm going to buff them so that they're even. You can buy the nail buffers at like Sally's Beauty Supply. They probably sell them at the drugstore. Really, you can get them anywhere. So you just buff them a little to even them out, and then with the smooth side, you rub it to get them really shiny and get all the excess buffing residue off. Probably need to buy a new one. This one's getting pretty old. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so now that I've done that, just get any extra off. Now let me see if there's any that need to be filed. This one could use some cleaning up. So I like to get underneath the edges first, just in case they're sharp. and then use a motion like this. And I find if I use it on the table, it's a lot easier to get the straight edge on top that I want. Okay, so once it's about the shape that I like, I take the edge and get the extra sand nail that I've sanded off. Did I just say I've sanded my nails? I meant to say I've filed them. Okay, so that one's good. This one needs to be a little flatter on top. I totally understand if you think this is gross, by the way. I would probably think it was if I was watching someone do it. So if you have turned this off by now, then I totally get it. I just think in general, with nails, even if all you apply is like a base coat, it's just good to keep the appearance of your nails looking good, because you never know like who you're gonna meet or what professional situation you might be in, and even if you have wild colors on or something, I mean, some people don't appreciate that, but generally I think it's just good to keep your nails looking decent. Okay, my poor short little broken nail. Now for the thumb. This one usually needs the most filing because it seems to grow faster than my other nails for some reason. This is kind of hard to do in the camera, so I apologize if you can't see. If you think I'm wiping this into the floor, I'm not. I actually have a paper towel sitting in my lap. Just FYI. So that's about good enough. Another thing I sometimes used to do was to put on some lotion before I painted my nails, but that's not a good idea. I think it makes it bubble as well, but my nails get so dry from the nail polish remover. Okay, now for this thumb. always thought it was funny how there's so many things I have to do left-handed, and yet I can't write left-handed in any sort of decent, recognizable way. For example, sometimes I eat left-handed without noticing. Right now, that you're required to file your right hand with your left hand. You paint your nails with opposite hands, and then I apply makeup with my left hand to do my left eye. I use my left hand for the mascara. So I just always thought that was funny. And also I talk on the phone left-handed, which is strange. Almost done. So at this point in the video, I will probably let the other people who have quit watching know that they can watch again. Okay, that's good enough. I have two of these little sticks which I use to go around the edges of my nails, but I'll get to that in a minute. So now I'm going to try this person's suggestion. Use as little as possible. Okay. Smells like salt and vinegar chips. Okay. Usually I like to use a piece of paper or something when I get the extra off. I'll rub it off here, so if you wonder what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing. Okay, I think that's dry. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply this base coat from Ramble. I usually start with the thumb, so let me do that real quick. And I read somewhere recently that the fewer strokes you give, the least likely you are for it to bubble up, and also don't use big gobs of nail polish at one time, because then it's harder for it to dry and it may bubble up as well. So when I do this, I like to get a little of it on the edges of my nails. Okay, so now I'm going to get the extra off. This base coat actually dries pretty fast, so it's kind of hard to scrape out. I may also need to get my other stick like this, because this one's not very sharp anymore. Okay, now for the other hand. Okay. Can you hear my stomach growling? Probably can. That's something that's always been funny to me in whisper videos, is people will be trying to film and your stomach won't cooperate. Like, you'll have the perfect conditions, it'll be quiet, no one's bothering you, and then your stomach starts growling or your food's digesting and it just makes funny little noises. I've just learned to kind of ignore it. You guys probably have too, but sometimes in videos you'll hear a really funny loud noise, and I just like it when people don't acknowledge it. They just keep on going. It makes me kind of laugh. Okay, so I've done the base coat, and I'm going to let that dry and get some fresh air while I wait, and I'll be back, and I will put on the China Glaze, the Avalanche metallic color. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Hi, so I waited for it to dry, and now I think I'm racing against the clock, because I think the neighbor's boyfriend is about to mow her lawn with the weed whacker again. So let's go ahead and apply the China glaze. First I need to roll it around to get it shook up. Oh yeah, I forgot he brings the dogs with him too. This should be great. Okay. So I'm gonna apply it quickly. And it looks like that. This part I'm not so good at because this polish I get kind of all over myself. I have some fuzz stuck on my nail. There we go. So get the extra off. When the extra doesn't come off of the sides, typically what I'll do is once it's all dry and everything and I'm in the shower, it loosens up and it's easier to peel off. If the barking doesn't stop, guys, I think I will pause this in just a second and come back when they're gone. So far, so good. Let me get the thumbnail real quick. It's funny that the man is back here now to mow because this morning someone was mowing out there at about 8 a.m., which I think is just so rude that people do that, but I thought it was him then, and it wasn't. The lady next door is out of town, and she asked that we water her flowers on the back porch, and I went to water them yesterday, and they're like almost dead anyway, so I hope she doesn't think it's my fault, but I imagine they looked like that when she left. But I will continue to water them, and the one thing I like when she leaves is that her dog is gone too. I think he stays with her boyfriend, so, I mean, it's here now, I can hear it, but, yeah, typically I don't have to deal with that dog for long stretches of time lately. Okay, I'm making such a mess, but I will apply another coat after this one. I mean, you can see, you almost don't even need it. Oh, And you know what I've realized? I was going to do my accent nail, but that's okay. I will paint over it. That's what happens when the dogs come. I get easily distracted. Fix that. There we go. Okay. Alright guys, so I'm going to let that dry and I'll apply one more coat of this. It looks like this right now. And then I will put on the accent nail since I forgot. But I'll do that. So I will be back. Okay guys, so I let them dry for the most part and then applied another coat, and I forgot again that I'm going to paint this nail. So hopefully I can do that now and it won't be a disaster. So I will try this. This is the China Glaze color Tinseltown. It's a really sparkly metallic, or not metallic, a very sparkly dark gray, silver, almost black. So I'm going to shake it up. Okay, so it looks like this. You can see it's quite chunky. Before I even wipe off the extra, you can see how shiny that is. Need a little more right there. I'm making such a mess. Okay. Okay, now for the other one. So, as you can see, you really only need like one coat. Like that. So I'm gonna take off the excess. So right now, guys, as you can see, they are pretty dirty around the edges, but once I take a shower, that will come off. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'm gonna let these dry and then put on a top coat, and then I'll upload a picture with it of the finished product. But keep in mind, I have not cleaned the edges yet, like I've said. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.